Welcome to week 1, tier 5 remote learning for studio art. I miss you guys terribly. I hope you all are doing well. This video is going to be in the black folder in Schoology. Hopefully you found it. And I'm going to just go through what I am expecting from you from this week. As I said in my email, I wanted you guys to feel like it was just a regular week in school. So we're setting up the warm-ups as I usually do. On Monday is going to be a circle. However, you don't have to do the warm-ups each day. You can do it all at one time. You can pick and choose when you do what you do, as long as all 5 are completed by next Monday, April 6th, by noon. And then there is a project that goes along with it. So for Monday, our circle is just a touch base. There's going to be a discussion log for you to fill in just how you're doing. If you have any challenges from this whole staying at home directive, or anything that's positive going on. And if you are working because you're essential, or your family members are working because they're essential, thank you so much. My husband actually is right now at work. So I understand that kind of stress of being out in the public with all this uncertainty. So that's Monday. Tuesday, it's going to be a technique. So I have a link to a worksheet, and so the worksheet, and there's a glare because of the light, okay, is looking like that. So you can, through Cami, and I'm very new to Cami, write in kind of the margin area, or if you want, you can translate it onto a scrap piece of paper or into your sketchbook. So basically, it's just going to be 6 rows of different techniques using a pen to create value, and you're creating a value scale. So you're going to go from dark to light, or light to dark, whichever you prefer. I find it easier going from the dark end and making it lighter as I go. The first technique is called hatching, and it's just parallel lines right next to each other. So the closer the lines are together, the darker it's going to be. The further apart, the lighter the value is going to be. The second one is cross hatching. So similar, it's just you're going to go from one direction, okay, your parallel lines going in one direction, and then you're going to mark them the other way. Okay, so they're going to intersect each other. Okay, and again, the closer they are together, the darker it's going to be. And you will continue as you're getting lighter, the lines are going to go further apart. The third one is scribbling. That's fun to do. So it's just random, mindless. Again, closer your lines are together, the darker it's going to be. And then you work your way across the page until it gets lighter. Okay. The fourth one is stippling. This one's going to take some time. It's a technique that is beautiful when it's done. However, it does take a lot of time. So you're just going to put little dots, little marks down on your page. And again, the closer they are together, the darker it's going to be. So let me get a dark area right here in the corner. Okay, so dark area here. And I am using an artist pen, but you can definitely do this with a ballpoint pen. That's why I picked this project, thinking it was going to be things that you already had at home. So stippling with a pen, same thing. Let me just put it down. The closer they are together, the darker it's going to be. Okay, so like right there is the ballpoint pen. And the bottom two, you can create whatever kind of texture, line mark that you want to make. And again, going from dark to light. Okay, so that is Technique Tuesday. All right, on Wednesday, I have a video for you guys to watch of an artist that works with pen and ink. Actually, he is more into like calligraphy and penmanship, but I thought it was interesting because he is one of 12 masters in the world right now, and he's on the younger side. All right, then on Thursday, I have the idea of you guys doing a vocabulary crossword puzzle. Again, I put that in Kami, so I'm hoping that you can write right on it using either digitally with your stylus and the tools along the toolbar in Kami itself, or if you need to, you can just write them out. The clues are there, and just, you know, however it is numbered, you know, put across number 1 and then what your answer would be for that, if that's easier for you. If you are using Kami, make sure that it's on your computer. There's an extension you can get through the Chrome Web Store, and then you just kind of go through that system to put it onto your computer. Once you open up the document in Kami, I don't know if I can do it for you here. It's going to be the teacher version of it. Let me go really quick. Okay, so it has open assignment with Kami. That's making it even worse. Sorry, guys. Okay. Well, and let's go a little closer. There we go. So over here, once you are finished completing it, the tools are over here for you to work on it. Once it's done, over here, there's going to be the share, that little kind of V shape with the dots on the end. So you want to put it in share, and then it's going to upload. So click upload and then copy. Okay, and then from there, you're going to then go over to the turn in button, click on that, and then you'll click on it again. There'll like be a purple one further down, and then you'll click on that, and that's how you will, and then submit, okay? So hopefully that works well for you all. Sorry, camera work. Okay. And then Friday is your art journal, and the prompt is posted in the black folder, okay? And then finally is the actual project, okay? So what I'm gonna have you do is create a still life of objects that you have, your personal objects. It could be one thing, it could be multiple things. Think about not your phone, because that's kind of flat and boring, but your video game controller would be kind of interesting to do because that has a little bit more dimension. I have found myself doing a lot of dishes over the last 2 weeks, so I created a sketch of dishes in my sink. Okay, I did a couple different ones. See, this was just a piece of blank or scrap paper. It was had laying around, and one should let you know it's fine on a piece of paper like that. I also did one with online paper. So this is my handy dandy coffee mug that I've been drinking a lot of tea actually out of. Okay, so I have my Girl Scout cookies and the tea bag container. The wrapper from the tea bag's also there. And then I also did a section of my closet. So on my closet door, I have various things hanging. I have like 3 different bags and a hat. So I started off with a pencil drawing, which you can do. I wanted to show you using this actually some techniques to do when you are looking at proportions. So that's something you're definitely going to want to work with, and the perspective. So this section, this panel and this panel are the same. So I drew this one first, and then I wanted to make sure that this one was also the same length. So I used my pencil, I'm lining it up at the top of the panel and then using my thumb to mark the bottom of the panel, and then I can figure out if the bottom panel is the same, okay? Same with going across the width. So I was having some difficulty with that, so I made sure I kind of looked. My sketch is really rough. I'm going back in with the ink and starting to clean it up. So this one I was doing with the fancy art pen. This one is just a regular ballpoint pen that I found in the junk drawer, okay? And then this one I was using, this is my favorite pen to use. Again, just whatever you have around the house, so you can go and do that. And think about those techniques that you tried to help create texture and value, okay? In the little description box on Schoology, I have where you have your focus questions, which is just to think about as you are working on this. So how are various line making options used to describe the edges of the form, okay? So here for the handle, I just kind of almost did a solid line. Okay, same with the rim around the top, it's kind of a solid line. As I was working on the faucet, the bottom of the faucet, and kind of the little handle that maneuvers which way it's cold or hot, I was thinking about the contour of it. So it's round and it's metallic, so I'm trying to capture that effect by the way I'm laying my lines on the drawing, okay? And thinking about light and shadow, okay? And how that helps create the sense of depth or form in your work, okay? And same with perspective. There is some perspective here because it's looking down, so you see the sides of my sink. And with my door drawing too, the door is slightly open, so there's going to be this angle here, and it's angled up here, so it covers some of the molding at the top. So think about that to help create your depth, okay? And then what you're actually going to be doing is drawing your objects. And again, I like to do searching lines. I don't know if you can kind of see, but I have lots of pencil lines. I'm just kind of trying to get that round shape of my mug, okay? It's kind of roundish. So I like to do that. If you are not into kind of that style, go right ahead and do your crisper line if that's something that you want to do, okay? Think about how things overlap. So this cookie is on top of this cookie, so what is that going to look like? How is this cookie going to be affected by that? You know, some of the shadows that's going to be casted onto that, okay? And then these are in process, okay? Maybe I'll hop on by the end of the week and put on finished ones, okay? So I just kind of wanted to give you that as the overview. So think about your objects, think about kind of what they mean to you this week. Practice these different techniques. It can be online paper with just a normal ballpoint pen. If you have a marker, that's fine as well. If you have something fancier, go right ahead and do that. Yes, please email me if you have any questions, and I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Take care.